Okay, guys, so today we're going to be talking about Undercover Vaughn rocking the new Willow team perk. Is he good? Oh, yeah! Oh, man. All right, so we're going to talk about everything Undercover Vaughn in this one. We're going to be going over the new support squad that I have loaded out with this guy and show you what a profound impact Willow is having on the game's some of the game's most, laughable characters, and how these characters are actually legitimate threats on the battlefield. So this will be one of a very large series of new full redos of past characters. Because, man, I've written off a lot of characters that are now becoming very viable. And this could be just the tip of the iceberg with all these new heroes that are coming into the game. So hold on to your butts, guys. Let's get right into it. So anyway, if you guys love the videos that we're doing here, if you love our content, please use our supporter creator code. It really helps us to keep on making videos for you guys and keep on smashing out content. So thank you so much for all the support, guys. Let's rock and roll. All right, so Undercover Vaughn, this guy is a kind of a nasty character, besides the fact that he's got the coolest outfit of any character in the entire game. And I'm not biased just because I love black and red, right? Anyway, it's a good thing he doesn't have blonde hair. I would be obsessed. Okay, so his loadout is Frag Grenade, Lefty Righty, and Shockwave. Frag Grenade is a totally garbage ability, except that it's not. It's not at all. Frag Grenade is what this guy is made to do. If we go and look at his perks and we look at the Commander perk, Grenade Damage Plus, increases Frag Grenade damage by 106%, making this an absolutely terrifying monster ability. So grenades, which is normally complete trash, becomes a massive threat. A huge threat. So, pretty fun. Lefty and Righty is honestly a pretty weak, pretty garbage ability that I'm not a really big fan of. It is very mediocre and it feels very lackluster, and I've never really been. I think that the support perks for this ability are just a joke, and I think the ability itself feels like a soft version of the Going Commando minigun. So I think it's in the past it's been pretty trash. Then you've got your Shockwave, which is the golden child of the soldier class. Anybody who doesn't have Shockwave feels like a complete joke. And this guy, thank God, he has the Shockwave. This allows you to smash the ground, completely annihilating huge groups of enemies, and is just a feel good, wonderful ability that is a game winner. It'll save your butt. It'll get you out of jams. It'll save you from all kinds of horrible situations. It's the best. It's so good. All right, so that's our 3 loadout abilities, and we're going to show you why this character all of a sudden is so good with the new Willow loadout, because these 3 abilities are stronger than they have ever been before, and we're about to explain to you just why and how that works. So let's take a look at the support tree. So we've got Vaughn. We've got our Blast from the Past team perk, because I decided that the most important thing with this guy would be to be beefy, right? We're going to be running with really low health, and I decided that it would be really valuable to have lots and lots of energy and have lots of survivability, and just never really struggle with being on low health. I want to make sure that I wasn't so weak that it would get me killed a lot. And man, did it ever achieve all the goals that I had in mind when I took Blast from the Past, with Willow in mind. So Blast from the Past gives you 200% more health and removes all of your shields. It requires 2 Dino Heroes to activate. The 2 Dino Heroes that we decided to go with was Saurian Focus and Saurian Hide. Saurian Focus is Fossil Salty's ability that gives you energy regeneration, so you get 4 energy every single second that your shield is depleted, which is all the time. All the time. your shield is depleted. So while your shield is depleted, Prehistoric Izza gives you 33 bonus armor. So all the time, you have energy regeneration and armor all the time. So it makes you hard to kill. It gives you lots and lots of options with your abilities. It's an all-around winner. We decided to not go with the melee or the range damage bonuses. We decided to focus entirely on defense and skills, and just try to spam as much as we possibly can all the time. And boy, oh boy, does it work! Man, it is magnificent. So the back core of this whole build is the Ghoulish Cackle. This is our new Willow hero character. She is nasty. Her standard perk gives you up to 37.5% bonus ability damage based on how much missing health you have. So when you are crippled, when you are injured heavily, this character will amplify all of your offensive abilities. Like, you think about that. You think about how crazy that is. This character is the first character to ever actually be able to boost the damage of some abilities that have no damage boosts. Like, if you go and look at this guy's abilities, we got Frag Grenade, right? How many characters increase Frag Grenade damage? The one that I'm using, right? The one that I'm using, 106% Frag Grenade damage bonus. Well, now he's not the only one. There's actually another way to boost your damage, and that's with Willow. And Willow can give you an extra 37.5%, which is crazy. That's huge, right? That is absolutely huge damage. We're talking 143.5% bonus damage. Dang, right? Dang, that is some beefy grenades. But that's not all. What about lefty and righty? What kind of bonuses does lefty and righty have as options? You know, when you go to pick characters, if you want to actually boost the lefty and righty ability damage, like, what are your options? Well, there's only one. There's only one option in the entire tree, and that would be Bang and Pow. Increases lefty righty damage by 25%. 25%. Wrap your brain around that. 25% compared to 37.5%. Except that this is not 37.5% bonus damage to Bang and Pow. This is 37.5% bonus damage to all ability damage. That means grenades. That means lefty righty. That means shockwave. Right? What about shockwave? How many damage bonuses in the game are there to boost the damage of shockwave? Hint, 0. There is no way to increase the damage of shockwave. You can increase the radius of shockwave. You can decrease the cooldown of shockwave, but there's no shockwave damage bonus. Oh wait, there is now. Ghoulish Cackle, 37.5%. Oh my god! What? Yeah, it's insane. This is crazy town. 3 abilities. 3 damage bonuses that exceed anything that has ever been achievable before individually, let alone across the board. This is nuts, man. This is a game changer. This is just absolute madness. Yes, it comes with a very big caveat, and that's that you have to be weak, you have to be low on health. But as you will see, if you are a good player, if you know what you're doing, and you are evasive, and you are aware of your minimap, and you are aware of, you know, strategic positioning, you can smash. You're not gonna not die. You're still gonna die. I had deaths. I don't showcase too many of my deaths, you know, in these videos, because I'm doing some crazy stuff to try to give you guys good footage to showcase what these things can actually do if you play them properly. But overall, if you're you know, being smart positionally, and, you know, using your abilities liberally, like all the time, constantly, you are going to be in a fantastic position. Like, the amount of damage that this character can output compared to anything in the past is amazing. Just amazing. This character, Willow, is changed the game, man. She's changed the game. She's completely changed what ability damage looks like. And oh man, you guys, just imagine every single character you've ever thought about that, you know, is an ability damage hero, and imagine that you could augment everything, all like right across the board. The irony of this Outlander support hero is that she benefits everyone that's not an Outlander more than she benefits Outlanders, because 99% of all Outlanders have phase shift as one of their abilities. Phase shift being an ability that actually has no relevance to the damage that you get from this skill. There is only a tiny select few Outlanders that are not phase shift characters that can utilize this ability to generate profit off of 3 separate skills. Whereas if you go to, you know, soldiers, right? You know, you've got Warcry is you know, doesn't work with this ability, but everything else does, right? If you go to constructors, you know, they've got their taunt totem, you know, that thing's not, you know, that's missing. But there's characters that don't have that either. You can go with you know, pure damage loadouts, and there's, you know, quite a few of them. Mostly soldiers. I gotta say, soldiers and ninjas are the ones that are coming out in the best shape for this bonus, because they have the most characters that are running 3 offensive skill, you know, damage based abilities. Like, it is legitimately like amazing, like just mind blowing amounts of damage. And so if you can get any character at all that has 3 hero abilities that are offensive, that can get boosted by an ability damage bonus, start imagining, start theorizing, start, you know, come up with ideas, guys. I know I'm going to give you tons and tons of ideas. I got lots of videos already completed, and we're going to show you every single one of the top tier builds that I have in mind. But I want you guys to think for yourself and come up with some crazy ideas yourself, because this is an exciting time for Save the World. We've got an ability that really opens the doors in terms of build creativity and redefining the meta as a whole. Super, super fun, man. Super fun. All right, so at the bottom of the list, we actually went with Mad Tidings and Startup. These are your crack shot damage ramping. Every time you fire a bullet, you'll do 1% more damage, all the way up to 50 bullets and 50%. So the longer you fire your guns, the more damage you're going to get. So amazing. Absolutely amazing. Then you've got Startup. Startup is your Bulletstorm Jonesy. So he's the same thing as Crackshot, but a little bit weaker. He ramps from 1% to 25%. The difference between the two is Crackshot has a slight downside. He gives you a weapon stability debuff, which, you know, makes your guns a little harder to aim, but honestly not that big a deal. Especially if you're killing stuff on a soldier, you're going to be stabilizing your weapon stability anyway, so, you know, not kind of a non-issue. So I went and put these guys on here so I could use ramp guns, really effective, like LMGs, and just stomp all over enemies. But honestly, there's a lot of different ways that I could have went with this. I could have went and amped up the lefty and righty a little bit more if I wanted to get that extra 25% bonus damage. I could have ramped up the shockwave by using shock trooper renegade if I wanted to get that cooldown reduction, so I could use more shockwaves. You know, there's a lot of different ways that I could have built this guy. A lot of different strategies that you can you know, micromanage and fine-tune all the little different elements of the characters. I just wanted to make sure that I had kind of a good balance, because I was getting a massive damage bonus across the board with Willow, and I was getting lots of energy and armor. I figured, you know, let's balance it out with some weapon skills, so I have, you know, tons of abilities but also tons of weapons, so that I'm not really weak in any one area. Really doubling down on the fact that I am a soldier, and I do have some really nice passive soldier boosts, you know, under my perk tree with Suppressive Fire and Stay Frosty. You get that extra 15% bonus damage and the extra 10% bonus damage and stability. You know, it just made sense to kind of, rather than min-maxing all into abilities, nothing but abilities, to let the Ghoulish Cackle carry those abilities and then balance out the character with some offensive firepower. So that's it. That's what we did with Undercover Vaughn. Just an absolutely monster build. Just beautiful. So much power. And yeah, just a blast, man. Just a blast. I had so much fun with this character. I had so much fun, you know, looking through all of his skills and really coming up with something really, you know, pretty special. Something that in the past would have been written off as, you know, just a weak, pathetic meta. And now all of a sudden with the changes, with one new hero put into the game, it's completely changed the landscape of character building and of support character loadouts. I'm doing things with characters that I just never would have done before, right? I'm taking on, you know, whole different ideas that I would have just, you know, dismissed immediately. Like, can you imagine, like, I'm using a grenade build here, a grenade build, and it's actually viable. Like, if you after the hero rework happened, if you would have told me that one day you're going to go and make a viable grenade loadout, I would have laughed at you because I would be like, yeah, give me a break. That's a joke. Grenades are trash. But yeah, here we are. All right, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this this deep dive into Undercover Vaughn. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Ring that little bell for notifications, and please comment down below and let me know your thoughts, because man, I got more thoughts than I even know how to articulate in my head, and I want to know what you guys are thinking about, and I want to hear your guys' questions. Let's see. Just, man, thank you guys for the conversations and, you know, helping generate all these ideas, all these, you know, half the ideas I come up with because I'm trying to impress you guys and showcase some of the different, you know, crazy strategies I have in my head. And once in a while, you know, you guys actually surprise me with something I didn't think about. So thank you so much for all the awesome comments, guys. Thank you for being a part of the VASH Corps and supporting what we're doing here and being a part of this community and being a part of Save the World. I love you guys. Rock and roll. I see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah!